Hello friends, myself Parag Dhankar. I'm engineer by education and teacher by profession. Welcome to my YouTube channel. It may help you. This channel is all about different ideas that we learn from variety of sources, maybe from books, maybe from the articles that we read in newspapers, or maybe from magazines or great speeches. So these are the ideas that often help us in our life. Today I am going to discuss with you one a fantastic effect. It is called Dunning-Kruger effect. In fact, it is quite interesting. I came across this Dunning-Kruger effect while reading an article in a newspaper. Dunning and Kruger, they are actually social scientists. They work with a lot of people, and after studying many people, they propose this Dunning-Kruger effect. Now, what is this Dunning-Kruger effect? It is a kind of cognitive bias. The person who is suffering from Dunning-Kruger effect often overestimates his performance, overestimates his abilities, uh, but actually he lacks the skills and abilities to reach to that level of performance. This is the problem. So on one hand, the person is extremely confident of his own abilities, extremely confident of his own performance. He tends to overestimate his own performance. But on the other hand, he actually lacks the skills and abilities to achieve that level of performance. So of course there are many people with variety of abilities, variety of skills. There are people who feel that they have the requisite skills. They are supremely confident of their abilities. They truly possess those skills and abilities, and they really perform well. They are of course confident of their own performance. Their estimation is often, though sometimes they tend to overestimate, but still the confidence level can take them to that level because they possess those skills. There are also other people they don't possess those skills. uh, they are aware that they lack those skills. They don't work on those skills. They are not confident of their own abilities, and then obviously they tend to remain depressed. They tend to avoid difficult situations in life. Whenever there is a challenge in their life, they try to actually run away from the challenge. So it is a kind of negative mindset where you don't work on your abilities. And there are people who are aware of their own shortcomings, their own weaknesses. They often work on their abilities, and then they get confident and they achieve success. They achieve great performance. But the Dunning-Kruger effect applies to a very different set of people. Uh, the problem with this people who are suffering from Dunning-Kruger effect is they are confident. They tend to overestimate their performance. They lack the abilities, but what they lack actually is the competency to look inward, to have the self-assessment, to introspect. Whenever we think about our confidence, our abilities, our skills, our performance, it is always better to have a closed loop system. A closed loop system and open loop system. I am sure those who are with engineering background or the science background, they are aware of this closed loop system and the open loop system. Now we know that in closed loop system there is a feedback. You are constantly getting the feedback and you are making the correction so that you remain on the right way, okay, on the right path. Whereas in a closed loop system there is no feedback as such. So the people suffering from Dunning-Kruger effect, they are a kind of belong to this open loop system where there is no feedback, there is no self-assessment, there is no introspection, where they realize that the abilities they lack, the weaknesses, their weaknesses. So obviously they don't work on their weaknesses, but they actually tend to overestimate their performance. So on one hand, overestimation of performance. On other, absolute means they are not able to understand their weaknesses. So though if you understand, if you know about your own weaknesses, you can always work on it. But because they don't work on their own weaknesses, because they don't have the knowledge, they don't have the understanding, because they lack the ability to introspect, to ability to have this self assessment, then that is one thing that makes the problem difficult. So when I came across this Dunning-Kruger effect, in fact, I was somewhat fascinated by it, and I started thinking about those who are around me, or whenever I came across a person, somebody who is talking about his own performance, his own abilities, I always try to think about that person against the background of this Dunning-Kruger effect. Of course, sometimes I really found that the person is suffering from Dunning-Kruger effect, and simply speaking, I became judgmental about other people. Something that is never good, and something that we always tend to become. We are always judgmental about others. So this Dunning-Kruger effect, it is not about becoming judgmental about others, not judging others against like whether they have this kind of closed loop system, whatever confidence they have, whatever performance they are talking about, abilities they are talking about, it is coming from the real skill sets, or they simply are not aware of the skill set they have. So when I realized that I am becoming judgmental about other people, well, I started thinking about this Dunning-Kruger effect in a different way. Then I started like means in fact I thought about it like this is not for others, this is for me. Dunning-Kruger effect, if I know about it, then first of all I should apply it to myself. I should not suffer from the Dunning-Kruger effect. Meaning is simple. I must always have a closed list system. I must always have the feedback coming from the self-assessment, the introspection, where I try to think about whether my confidence is coming from my own abilities, the skill set. Am I overestimating my performance? If I am overestimating my performance without the necessary skill set, then probably I'm suffering from the Dunning-Kruger effect. So when I started applying Dunning-Kruger effect to myself, sometimes I realized that yes, in certain fields, on some of the occasions, I also suffered from Dunning-Kruger effect. So if I suffer from Dunning-Kruger effect, maybe others also suffer from Dunning-Kruger effect. Of course, it is not that every time you suffer from it. There may be certain areas where you feel that you have the necessary understanding, you have the necessary knowledge, you have the necessary skill set, and then you can perform really well in that. But it is not necessarily the case. So when I stopped being judgmental about others, it really helped me understanding myself. So the Dunning-Kruger effect, when you learn about it, it is not to become judgmental about others. It is to understand yourself, your own capabilities, your own abilities, your own skill sets, and the way your confidence level, the way you deal with your own estimation of your own performance, and it really helps because you then remain confident. You become confident based on the skill sets that you possess. See, you have to be confident, but your confidence must come from the necessary skill set. If you're only talking about your abilities, if you're only talking about the your performance or the overestimation of performance without possessing those skills, then probably you are writing a recipe of failure, because just by overestimating ability, just by overestimating the performance, you don't actually perform well. The performance essentially depends upon your skill sets, your abilities. So if you don't possess the abilities, but you think about or overestimate your performance, you are not likely to succeed. And sometimes it may be the recipe of not just failure, the recipe of disaster. And if you consistently fail, then you never know how you are going to react to this failures. So Dunning-Kruger effect, it is all about understanding yourself, understanding your own abilities, always cross-checking, always having the self-assessment, whether my confidence is coming from the platform of my skill sets, my abilities, and if it is coming from that, then it is well and good. So you can always succeed, you can always improve your performance. Basically there is no the definition of success, or come on, the highest level of performance. You always have to keep on improving. That is where the success lies. That is where the real performance is. If the Dunning-Kruger effect comes into picture, then you actually never improve. And if you never improve, if you never change, probably you are not going to succeed. Because success again is all about changing, adjusting to the new skill set, and being better than what you were yesterday. That is what success I mean. So you have to always compete with your own performance. Your confidence must come from the improved skill set. So this Dunning-Kruger effect, it helps us in understanding our own abilities, in assessing our own confidence. So what I feel is, of course, my suggestion, learn about, understand the Dunning-Kruger effect, that it is a cognitive bias where we tend to overestimate our performance, though we don't possess those skills, and we actually don't improve because we don't have the knowledge or understanding or the ability to have the self-assessment where we know that these are the weaknesses. I don't possess those abilities or those skills, so that I should work on that. So the improvement factor, that is always lacking. Overestimation is always there. The skill set is missing. But don't be judgmental about others, because it is always easy to be judgmental about others. Rather than that, first of all, apply Dunning-Kruger effect to yourself. This is what I usually do. I always think about it as a tool that can always help me assess my own abilities, think about my own confidence level, whether it is coming from the necessary skill sets or not. At the same time, this Dunning-Kruger effect can be helpful in helping our friends, in helping others also. Because if you feel that a person is really so you are coming across a person and he's suffering from Dunning-Kruger effect, so maybe what you can do is just tell him, take him into confidence, and maybe then share with him that, come on, these are the areas, these are the weaknesses you should work on. So it is for helping others, and it is not for becoming judgmental about others, because we always have the tendency to be judgmental about others. So Dunning-Kruger effect, if you use it to judge others, becoming judgmental about others, probably this is wrong. You should never do that. And what you actually in that case miss is, because when we become judgmental about other people, we always stop thinking about ourselves. Those who are extremely judgmental about others, they never self-assess. So you actually miss on the self-assessment. If you miss on the self-assessment, you will never improve. And if you don't improve, you obviously again writing your story of failure. So you want to succeed, you want to improve your performance, always use this Dunning-Kruger effect as a tool for self-assessment. It can be a good tool for helping others, but it is not a tool for becoming judgmental about others' performances. Okay, so there is one more thing about this Dunning-Kruger effect, and it is a Dunning-Kruger curve. It is again a good idea. I'll share with you this Dunning-Kruger curve in the next video. But thank you very much for watching this video. If you like this video, press the like button, subscribe to my channel, and continue watching different videos. Wait for the next video, which is again on the Dunning-Kruger effect, but of course I'll be discussing the Dunning-Kruger curve. It is again a fantastic curve, very interesting one. So friends, thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you.